Today we're going to take a look at 2-4 rotations. So we're going to identify and create rotations of shapes. Go ahead and start your warm-ups 1 through 2, hit pause, and then play when you are ready to check your answers. Alright, so remember when we're going to reflect in the x-axis, the x stays the same and our y is the opposite. So all of our x values should be same, all the y's should be the opposites. All right, nice job. When a shape rotates, it rotates about the center of rotation. Now that could be many different places, but this is going to be, in this case, a 90-degree rotation because this angle is 90 degrees. Now this is a clockwise rotation. So if we rotate this way, this is clockwise because it moves like a clock. Now if I go this way, this is counterclockwise because it is opposite of a clock. So what we want to do is we want to rotate this puzzle piece 270 degrees clockwise. So that means we're going to move it this way. So what I want to do is I'm going to take this shape right here and I want to move this 170 degrees. So that is 90 times 3. So this is 90 degrees, 180. So this right here would be a rotation of 270 degrees. One of the things that's helpful to me is you can actually turn this. So if you wanted to, we can take this, I'm going to turn it 90, 180, 270. So you can kind of see what that piece looks like. So that if I were to draw it, here's the open piece, and then those two other pieces. So I would draw it so that it would look just like this. So I've got this open piece, little piece here. Now, don't mind my horrible drawings here. And which shape matches that? Well, that would be C. All right, on your own, go ahead and answer questions 1 and 2. All right, so the 90-degree piece here, I don't know why I put C. So which piece would be a 90-degree counterclockwise, which actually would be C. I'm sorry, I was thinking the other way because we want to go counterclockwise. It's the exact same piece because here this was clockwise, and if I go 90 degrees, that's counterclockwise, so it's the exact same piece. Is choice D a rotation of the original piece? No, that is a reflection. So I can't rotate that at all to get that shape. All right, so let's take a look at example 2. It says the vertices of a trapezoid W, X, Y, and Z rotate so now let's rotate the trapezoid 180 degrees about the origin. What are the coordinates of the image? We're always going to assume clockwise unless it states otherwise. So I want about the origin. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a ruler here. And I'm going to draw this point right here to the origin. So I want to rotate this about 180 degrees. So if I measure, I know a straight line is actually 180 degrees. So I know my point is going to be right here. So that's Z prime. So this, we're going to turn this 180 degrees so that this is Z1. So what I want to do is I want to continue to plot these. So if this is Z1, then I've got down 2 is Y1, and then, because I'm kind of flipping this, so I've got this right over here. I shouldn't use the word flip, I'm sorry. Rotate, and then I've got my x1 right here. So I've got y or w prime is 4, -2. X prime is 3, -4. Y prime is 1, -4. And z prime is 1, -2. So I see right here is my 180-degree angle. And I can always double check, make sure my shape is right. Turn it 180 degrees. Yep, that's exactly what it looks like. Now here we're going to rotate a vertice, or along a vertice. So the vertice of triangles, JKL, rotate 90 degrees counterclockwise about the vertex L. So here is my L, and I want a right angle, which means I'm going to have a right angle here. And now remember, we're going counterclockwise. So not only is this point L, it's also L prime. So I'm taking this and drawing it just like this, 90 degrees. So point J, let's see, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is J prime. K is 1, 2, 3 away. 1, 2, 3. Here's K prime. And I still have my 90-degree angle. So right here, this forms a 90-degree angle. So what are my points? J prime is at -4, -3. K prime, -4, 0. And L prime, 1, -3. All right, on your own, go ahead and answer A and B. Hit pause and play when you are ready. All right, so I have my original shape. Here's my 90-degree counterclockwise movement. So I have S prime, R prime, and Q prime. Now here, rotate 180 degrees about the S. So I've got my 180 degrees right here. So you can see S and S prime are the same, and I've got R prime and Q prime. All right, so using more than one transformation. So this one's gonna get a little bit trickier here because we're gonna do a few things. The first thing I'm gonna do is plot A, negative, so I'm gonna plot A, B, C, and D. So I've got -3, -3, so that's A. B is at 1, -3. C is at 1, -5. And D, -3, -5. So there's my original shape. Now I'm going to rotate this rectangle 90 degrees clockwise about the origin. Then reflect it in the y-axis. So I'm going to go ahead and draw, so I'm looking at this point B. So I'm going to figure out, where do I put B? Now I could do this with really any angle. It doesn't matter. It's just that if I'm going to go for my B here, that means my new point is going to be B. So now I need to reflect that bugger 90 degrees. So let's see. Whoops, there we go, 90 degrees. So let's see, I've got a little mark right about here. So I'm going to go ahead and draw that. So that's going to line up right about there. So if I can check, yep, that's a beautiful 90-degree angle. So right here is now B prime. Okay, so it's my 90 degrees, that's B prime. So this is B. So now I've got A, which is going to put me, whoops, let me see, A, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So A prime, D prime, and C prime. So here's my new shape. Then it says reflect in the y-axis. So if it's, here's my y. So if it's 3 points this way, it's now going to be 3 points this way. So let's see. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Now I'm going to call this B double prime, C double prime, A double prime, and D double prime, because it's showing the order of the rotations, okay? So first, we rotated 90 degrees. Second, we reflected in the y-axis. So my new points, A double prime, are at 3, 3. B double prime is at, whoops, I got these mixed up. That's my A. I knew where it was supposed to be double prime. That's D double prime. I apologize. B is at 3, -1. C double prime is at 5, -1. And D double prime is at 5, 3. So let's describe some sequences here. So now the thing is, there can be multiple answers here. So the red figure, that's the one marked with the R, is congruent to the blue. Describe the sequence of transformations in which the blue figure is an image of the red figure. Well, lots going on here, so I can definitely see some sort of rotation here. So if this one's moving, okay, so let's see. It looks like I've got some sort of rotation, then a slide here. So if I look, let's see. So if I do it about the origin, let's see, I'd have here to here, then down 2, down 2. So it looks like here. So from here to here, if I look, that forms a 90-degree angle. So the first thing I have, and it's going this way, which means it's counterclockwise. Now, again, there may be more than one way to get to this shape, so you could do it in a little bit different order as well, as long as we still end up in the same spot. So this is about 90-degree clockwise rotation. So we got to make sure we're talking about a rotation. And where is it rotating? Well, it's at the origin. Now, I could have said this vertex if that was also a point there. But because it's at the origin, we're going to say a 90-degree counterclockwise rotation about the origin. Then next, it looks like, let's see, I went up 1, 2, 3, 4. So the second thing here, let's see, that went up 4. So it's a translation 4 units up. Now, honestly, I could have said a translation 4 units up and then a counterclockwise rotation 90 degrees. I could have said clockwise 270. So there's so many different answers here. So you could have done it a different way than I did. Go ahead and try on your own 4 and 5. Hit pause and play when you're ready to check your work. All right, how'd you do? The new points, P double prime 5, 2, Q double prime 5, 0, R double prime 2, 0. Now again, multiple different answers. You could do clockwise, translation, units up. So there's so many different ways here. I'm anxious to hear how all of you did. Have a great day.